So our next speaker today is actually Miriam Miller-Walk, who I actually got to work with a while ago. Welcome, Miriam. So actually, we asked all of these speakers to share little fun tidbits about themselves, and one of the things Miriam wrote down is that she's actually doing what she wants to do, which is kind of cool. She is I have to get it right, Miriam, I'm sorry. She is the Senior Director of Membership with the United Fresh Produce Association. She loves to get to work with people who provide delicious food. So I think that's a really cool thing. And in addition to all of the wonderful things in her professional life, she's also a newlywed. Miriam, it's yours.
Well, I practiced this with my husband, and we're still married after 3 weeks, so I think we're going to be good. So, sales is not a dirty word. I hear people all the time that say to me, yeah, I don't do sales. Let me tell you, I was an English major. My thesis was on Paradise Lost. I do sales. You all can do sales. In fact, you all sold something today. You didn't realize it, though. You may have convinced someone to come to the session. You may have convinced someone to go see an exhibitor. You may have convinced someone to sleep in and go to Starbucks instead of going to the breakfast this morning. What you really did is you convinced someone that their time or their money or their experience had value. Yet, sales is a dirty word, and it's because of this guy. Because you're just browsing at a car lot. The next thing you know, you're walking off the lot with a $15,000 car with no transmission. How did this happen? It's because the stereotypical sales guy who's pushy, who doesn't really care what you need. They just want to walk off, making their commission for the week, going home, smoking their cigar, drinking their beer, making fun of you for being the idiot that bought the car with no engine in it. They don't care about you. They just care about their money. And that's why we're afraid to sell, because we think people are going to feel that way about us. We're afraid of getting yelled at. You're afraid of being the person whose phone calls get screened, like I do. You don't want to feel like you're the person that's making someone feel bad, making someone do what they don't want to do. No one wants to get yelled at. No one wants to feel that way. But we need sales. We need membership dues. We need exhibitor revenue. We need congressmen to support our legislation. We need attendees to come to our meeting. We need to be able to convince people that their time and money has value. So keep in mind that when you're pushing for legislation, public policy, if you're pitching a story to the media, if you're trying to convince people that you want to select a resort for a meeting, for site selection, or if you're telling someone you should volunteer on a committee, you're selling. You know, it's not all about the money, despite the cat. You know, this is a very happy cat. The cat is rolling in money. And I'm going to teach you 6 ways to be this cat so that you too can roll in the money. Be prepared. The cat is going to share secrets with you. Number 1, say it with me. Don't think about the money. If you think about $10,000, $5,000, $50, you're losing sight of the bigger picture, which is forging a relationship, understanding what someone needs. Look at the bigger picture. If you just focus on the money, people will know. Do your homework. There's no excuse in the age of Google, Wikipedia, and member databases not to know who you're calling, what they need, what the background is. Talk to your coworkers. You may get, some inbound calls, and you got to think on your feet, but for the most part, be prepared. 2, be sincere. Don't believe this cartoon. You cannot fake being sincere. You can pay people compliments, but if someone pays you the same compliment every day, wow, that shirt looks great on you. No, it has tomato sauce all over it. Why are you saying this to me? Mean it. People know it when you're faking it. Be confident. You are all awesome. People will know if you're nervous and you're not feeling good about what you're saying, they're not going to buy it from you. So say it to everybody. Face it. I am awesome. Great. There's a reason you have 2 ears and 1 mouth. I cannot even tell you how many people get on the phone with me and say, we've got great car insurance for you to buy. Great. I don't drive. I haven't been behind the car since 1996. You want to listen. You want to ask questions. Follow-up is so key. At the end of every sales conversation I have, I summarize everything verbally. I follow up with an email and a date that I'm going to get back to them. And if you are going to follow up with someone, make sure you actually do it. Because more and more, if you promise something and it doesn't happen, not good. You may do all these 6 things, and still something really scary might happen to you, and it's scarier to most people than being chased around with a knife by a psycho. So I want everyone to just be prepared. It's a little frightening. Take a deep breath, like Tara had you do. This is going to happen to you, so I just want you to be ready. And know it's okay, it really is. Deep breath. Deep, cleansing yoga breath. No, my God, it's the word no. Someone's going to say no, and my boss is going to fire me. I'm not going to have a job. How am I going to face anybody? It's okay. you're going to hear the word no. So what do you do with no? You don't stop the conversation. You treat it as the start of a new conversation. You have to be a no detective. You have to find out what the reason is behind the no. Is it timing? Did you have the wrong product? Did you not listen? Did you not pick up on those nuggets that led to see where someone was saying? Do you have the wrong person? I do that all the time. So just be a no detective and find out the reasons why. Because ultimately, you just want to create an atmosphere of trust. You want the person that you're talking to believe that you have their best interests at heart, that you want to build a longer-term relationship with them and do what's best, regardless of the financial implications. And so if you do all of these things, you do your 6 steps, don't be afraid to know, create that atmosphere of trust, you can all be ready, arms up. Superstar!